Hey, y'all know what's going on, man. It's your boy P.Weezy, man. That's 2 E's, 1 Z. Don't ask me why it's been that way. It's gonna stay that way. You see the worldwide famous, man. You know what I mean? Not the hood, nigga, not next door neighbor, nigga. Worldwide, man. He in the building, nigga, from Ellenwood, nigga, back to the south side and everything in between, man. DJ Ace is in a fucking place, nigga, right here, Atlanta radio station with your boy P.Weezy, man. Hey, man, big shout out to Rallo the Pimp, man. Smell this cologne, man. Shout out to the H-Town, man. Shout out to the H-Town. You know how it's going down. Real niggas is in the building. Hey, man, it's on me, nigga. Don't smell my cologne. Nigga, R.I.P. to the Pimp.
Live.
Yeah, alright, man. That is some new music, man. Shout out to Rallo the motherfucking Pimp, man. Shout out to Anthony Prophets. If it ain't making no dollars, it ain't making no fucking sense. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, speaking of making no sense, man. Hey, shout out to Cujo Gooding, man, with the hot new single, man, Bills, bitch. If you ain't paying none, that mean you ain't got none. If you ain't got none, that mean you ain't getting none. If you ain't getting none, that mean you should get some.
Damn right, damn right.
DJ motherfucking Ace.
What's happening, my dog?
What's going on, big dog?
Man, peace, what's happening, man? Long time, big dog, long time, man.
And man, it seemed like yesterday. You know what I'm talking about? You brothers are definitely keeping up with the Joneses. Like, you guys ain't aging. Y'all guys is looking younger every time I see y'all. Ace got to be more careful. That's what that money do. It must be in the money or the lotion.
No, man, you know, I ain't but 19, man. I be 21 next week.
Hey, man, congratulations, man. Fuck me in 20s, straight to 21. Now, well, I do appreciate you tapping in, Ace. You know what I'm saying? And what I always try to do now, you know, I got my own story, but you know, I always go back to what's been real and who I fuck with.
Right.
And this nightlife.
That real.
So niggas forget about the nightlife DVD.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Nightlife DVD. That shit crazy.
You feel me? Listen, they forget when DJ Ace brought Miami from Flavor of Love.
Yep, Miami from Flavor
You hear me?
Hey, I forgot about that.
Lil Hot was in the building. He bought damn near 20 calendars. R.I.P. to Lil Hot.
Piece of Lil Hot, man.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, man. That money man, man.
They don't remember when you brought me in there and you introduced me to Miss Neck and Back. And after then, nigga,
yeah,
you helped me to help her put the jumper cables on.
That real, man.
Talk about the real live jumper cables.
That's real. Shit,
Come
I
on.
ain't even know about. You said some shit about that 4 years ago, though.
Bro, you called me, you was like, I got, you know, I'm from Chicago, you know, shout out to her or whatever, but ain't no nigga really listening to the Neck and No Back.
Right.
Come on, I'm gonna fuck with it, the bitches gonna run out there and do it. But ain't the niggas like, they ain't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, you know, shout out to the success and longevity, but, you know, you tapped in with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got Kaya got now. What shit? When she was first popping out, she was huge. I was going crazy.
See? And that would have been before, way back before everything that you've done. Because for the people who may not know, just give them a little brief synopsis, scenario, itinerary about the Ace. Nigga, he been all over the place.
Man, worldwide Ace, man. The real DJ Ace, South Top Dog DJ Ace, Hood Rich Ace, man. Mixtape shouted. You know what I mean? Concert shouted, promoter shouted, club owner shouted, manager shouted, all that, man. Been going crazy though, man. You know, jumped out the porch with did that boy Stitches mixtape. You know, Stitches from Miami.
Yeah.
I did his first mixtape, man. I did so much, man. Shout out to that boy Rich the Kid. Did that boy Rich the Kid first mixtape. Walker Salute Me, Shoot Me 1, 2, 2.5, Twin Tower, Rest in Peace, Slim Duncan.
Come on.
Trap God on Gucci, Mr. Perfect on Gucci, Juice WRLD mixtape, Lil Hot mixtape. I brought Lil Hot out, you know what I mean?
Right.
A lot of shit, man.
And Lil Hot, he might have, I know he fucked around in Florida, but I don't know exactly where Lil Hot was from, because you know he was Lil Hot, so he would have been a little bit everywhere, but I'm not sure.
Lil Hot from the A, man. Lil Hot from here.
I didn't know that.
No, he was just traveling, doing shows. Lil Hot from here, man.
And R.I.P. to a legend, Mr. Slim, Mr. Duncan.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Slim, man.
Yeah, those, that's that.
Road, man.
And you know, when I said that, you know, you just had a smile. A smile. When we mentioned Slim and the names, like, you know.
Slim, that's my boy, man.
Take me back to that.
Man, just a goddamn, just a nigga, man, who was really in the streets, man.
Right.
He wasn't doing no robbing, none of that shit, but he was knocking niggas out.
That's
you know what I'm saying? He was gonna demand his respect.
Right.
That's one thing about Slim, he demand his respect, man. You know what I mean? He wasn't about that bullshit. If he ain't like it, he was gonna let it be known. If he fuck with you, he was gonna let it be known. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, man.
And through that, he was able to evolve into an artist. And these artists that you named, you actually were one of the historical DJs that, because people back then, they didn't understand how people got the music. See, they get it totally differently now than how we was giving it to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So do you think, like, with that being said, that, you know, people like the OGs, as they would call us,
Right.
do you feel like we don't get the flowers, or they're not getting the information, or do they even care?
Well, I feel like it's both sides. You know, they care and they don't care. You know what I mean? People care. Some people care. Some people don't give a damn. You know, 'cause they in their own mind. They in their own feeling. They got their own motion going on. You know what I mean? So the ones who really, you know, doing their thing, got their own motion. They don't really give a damn. But you got fans who really care. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like Woo the Kid just posted. Woo the Kid live mixtape. Just posted the mixtape we did 10 years ago. You got people going back talking about, hey, we need a part 2. You know what I mean?
Come on.
Everybody. So, you know, and that was 10 years ago. And Woo the Kid ain't dropped a mixtape in a long time. You know what I mean? But for people to come back and just be like, hey, we need a part 2 of that. You know what I mean? And people like, yeah, man, I remember that. And I mean, he got probably about 100-some comments on just posting that mixtape, man, from 10 years ago. So, you know what I mean? It's both sides of the fence. You know, you got people who care. You got people who act like they don't care, but they do care. You know
that's true.
People who act like, man, fuck them niggas.
Right.
But they actually
they
give
really
a damn because they following the motion. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
They all they following your page. You know what I mean?
Right. So, you know, just mention just the mixtapes. You know, because it became bigger than just mixtape projects. You know what I mean? Eventually, you had attachments, and you were able to, you know, work on the road and go overseas and do international shit and go places that niggas can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But also, shout out to you. So your name was that relevant to where it had to resonate. You know what I mean?
Right.
So now we've been talking about before then.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just getting the people to the club. You feel me? Like the DJ Ace, like the nigga who was. We don't even have that no more. So we look at, like, when I look at DJ Ace, I look at the entrepreneur, I look at the DJ, I look at the overall guy.
Right.
But when I break it down, you know, I bounce around. But when I'm asking the questions, it's like, okay, how do we go from there to here? In the sense of, okay, I see you still in the club. I think I still see you.
Always in the club, man.
Always.
I don't go and chill and hang out and buy bottles and pop bottles. I don't do none of that. I don't
Still working.
No dancers or none of that. If I ain't working, I ain't really too much going. I go chill, man, and, you know, have a drink, man, but I ain't really into popping the bottles and standing on the chairs and tables. I ain't with all that shit, man. I go in the club, you know, if I ain't getting paid for it, I go have me a drink in that bit about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and I'm out. You know what I mean? I ain't really into the parlaying and chilling, man, you know. So I'm still in the clubs all day, every day.
But the right way.
In town, out of town. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
But it serves more of a purpose. I mean, after COVID, you know, COVID hit, city shut down, a lot of places not working. So to come back from that, whether you're an artist or DJ, it's just almost like a different mindset. You know what I mean?
It's a different mindset. You know what I mean? It's always a different mindset. You know, every time I step in, every time I'm stepping in the club, in the business, it's a different mindset.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a different mindset for me because it's always business. You know, it's always work for me. Everybody talk about it. Boy, you a legend. You a legend. You did this and you did that. And I don't really look at none of that, man. I look at all of this work. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even though I'm chilling, having fun, doing my work, you know, I enjoy doing it. But it's a 9 to 5 to me. Even though I don't wake up in the morning at 9 o'clock and get off at 5. It's all 9 to 5 to me. You know what I mean? It's all a 9 to 5, man. I mean, you know, I go in the club with the open mind of that shit could go up or it could go down. You know what I mean? That shit might jump and it might not jump. But regardless of what the situation is, I'm going at it open-minded.
That's real. I mean? And let me ask you this, Ace. This is something that I've been thinking about as I've learned a lot in the game. I'm going to use DJ Khaled as an example. I'm going to use him, no shade, no disrespect or whatever, but when I look at what he was able to do as a DJ,
right?
Not as a club DJ, not as a radio personality DJ,
right?
But as an initial that was used,
right?
When I realized what he really did, it had nothing to do with DJing.
No.
So, did some of, like, you know, I mean, we got the DJ Screams, we got the DJ Dramas, and I don't want to get into specifics, but how did we miss that?
How did we miss that?
I mean, not meaning we, but we as, you feel me? Because that was major, how that was able to just to facilitate that. Because to me, it was about knowing people.
That's what I was gonna say, man. I mean, it's about the avenues you in, man. With me, it's like I always felt like a lot of people with me will hold me back. You know what I mean? You know, even though I brought a lot of people in the game, brought a lot of people to the game, put a lot of people on, took a lot of people off. A lot of people will hold me back, man. I feel like, some people got people in their corner who could just take them to this person and get them a $50 million deal, or take them or get them a $100,000 deal. You know what I mean? Some people got, situations to where they just like being around. It's always, the old saying is being at the right place at the right time.
Right.
Well, I've never been at the right place at the right time. I always just got a phone call.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I've never been the type to go kiss nobody's ass. I've never been the type to go follow behind nobody.
Right.
I've never been no type to be no groupie to no artist. I don't really care nothing about taking pictures with no artist or none of that.
Right.
My thing is cut me the check.
That's real.
And I'm real strong-minded, man, and I handle a lot of my business on my own. I never had a PR, never had a manager, I never had a label behind me, or none of that. You know what I mean?
You more hands-on. Right.
I always did it myself, man. Right. I always did, like, you know what I mean? I always felt like, now, if somebody come along and, hey, Ace, I like that right there, man, let's do this and this with that project, I'm all for it if it makes sense. Like, people coming to me like, but you need to write a book, I want to do a documentary on you. Right. You know what I mean? But let's do a whole documentary.